November 14th. Pay no never mind to my battery that I'm trying to Victor Frankenstein. Okay boys, so my last video was a wee bit down in the mouth. I don't like bitching about things. Try to be a wee bit more upbeat than that in life. I try. It's not my nature, but I try. I've been a wee bit procrastinating to get to this. This is my two-wheel SX4, as some of you guys may or may not recall. It's been out of service for I think 18 months. It was getting a bit rough. I was going to scrap it, to be quite honest, but then my son wants it. My son and daughter are driving now, and my son actually paid me the princely sum of $2. So what deal? I got $2 out of you. As you can see, he's here in the garage helping me to do the brakes. It's no fair. He's actually working, so he's a good lad. The least I can do is try and help him with a car. What do we need? Front and rear brakes. The car was actually parked with the rear brakes especially in an absolute deplorable condition. There's 18 months of a Canadian winter or rust on there now. Car hasn't basically moved. This shock is leaking. No, this one. Let me get you the right one. This one here, with no corrosion on it, because it has its own corrosion protection program on the go. So we need a couple of rear shocks, brakes all around. I got the caliper rebuild kits in the event we need to do a wee bit of work on the calipers themselves. And I don't think I can really show you. Maybe I can. One second, I'll get the missus. So there's the missus reluctantly on camera. Okay, so let me just see if I can get you in here. Let's see if you can see it here. Not sure if you guys, sorry. Just keep it steady for a second, Lisa. I know you guys can't really see it, but perhaps you can hear it. The inner tie rod is shut. There's movement there, so I'm going to change both of these. I'm just going to do the brakes first, get the car back rolling again. Make sure there's no other issues. One other issue I noticed that developed while it was parked. Just turn the headlights on. Yeah, the headlights are inoperative. So it hasn't gone anywhere. We do have the odd chipmunk around. I doubt it's mouse damage or anything like that. Possibly chipmunk. Okay. But I think it's more likely just corrosion. I think something's corroded. It could be in. Don't subject yourself to confirmation bias. So brakes, rear shocks, front end tie rod, inner tie rods. Might as well do the others as well, and sort the headlights and anything else that crops up, because as I said, the car has been basically static for 18 months. reluctant participants. So I'm not going to film everything in laborious detail here, boys. I'll just show you a few interesting points. This is not going to be helpful at all to any seasoned mechanic, but if you're just a weekender like myself, sometimes you have to learn these lessons the hard ways, right? So quite often when you've got the caliper removed, I guess I've got my money's worth out of that brake shoe, huh? Once you've got the caliper removed and you still have the frame attached to the well, in this case it's the back side of the axle. There's two bolts holding it onto the axle flange. Quite often these are actually really stuck, right? I mean, this one I got lucky, this one came out nice, it was still free, but this one's quite corroded, right? Don't remove the frame. Leave it in situ, and if you can, ideally, sorry, a bit shaky camera work here, boys, try to work with one hand. Get your lever on it, In this case, it's a long wrench, you know, the longer the better, really. So you can get some decent leverage on it. And actually, just turn it in situ. I've already loosened this one up, boys. This is strictly for demonstration purposes, but it was actually quite seized. And then you can potentially just tap it up with a chisel and hammer, catch the edge, of course, right? Try not to damage it if you're reusing it. I don't really plan on reusing these. And then you can just tap it out, but do it all in situ. That way you're no struggling with it in a vise, because sometimes these are a real bitch to get. I've had that issue in the past, and I've learned my lesson. Leave it in situ, so it's all solidly, rigidly mounted to the car still. There's no need to struggle with it in a vise, and then obviously you've got lost motion in the vise, and this is all rigid. You're actually getting your force straight onto the pin itself. Right, so in this segment, I'll just show you a couple of details from the rear brakes here, gents, if you're interested. Pins and bolts. There's the part number. That's the part number there for the pins and bolts. Carlson kit anyway. I couldn't get Ribestus. I like Ribestus brake parts, but I couldn't get the hardware Ribestus. There's the part number for the rear. This is only rear brake parts. Disc brakes. Some SX4s come in drum versions. Make sure you realize I'm talking about discs here, obviously. So that's just the boots. Part number for the boots. Here's the. I actually like these. I used these on my Vitara, and I was really pleased with them because they're the ones that have the corrosion protection. Yeah, just a minute. The ones that have the corrosion protection plating on them. And I actually found it very effective. Not because I really care about having pretty brake parts, but because in Canada here, corrosion is an issue. These things will bond themselves to the hubs like nobody's business. And it did actually seem to do a pretty effective job at actually doing that. So there's the rear brake rotors. Nothing fancy. They're no vented, cross-drilled, slotted. None of that, I don't want to say rubbish, but none of that stuff. My boy's not going to be in the Nordschleife anytime soon with it. So yeah, there's the basic Ribestus parts for just kind of a stock replacement, if you will. And I always go for kind of the mid-grade pads. Sorry, here's the part number. And again, this is for rear disc only. There's what they look like. They do come with you get the cheaper parts, obviously. They don't come with the hardware, the stainless hardware. So yeah, make it that way you will, gents. See, I've said it many times over, boys. I am not a professional mechanic, and at times like these, it kind of shows. Right, I have done the brakes on my car many times over the years, and full disclosure, I may have made this mistake. I did not realize there is a subtle difference between the two pins. So I'm talking about the rear brakes here. I'm talking about disc brake format, obviously. If you look at the drawing closely, you may or may not pick up what I'm talking about. Here's what I'm talking about. So there's the original pins, and actually, as luck would have it, I was comparing the original pin to the aftermarket pin, and I thought, there you go, no surprising. The originals have a milled surface on them, and the aftermarket are just a pin. You know, you're thinking, cheap aftermarket stuff, no surprise, right? I thought I'll just stick with the original. So when I was cleaning up the second original pin, I come to the realization, hang on a minute, that's just a pin. So to be fair to Carlson, they are the same. There's a milled pin and just a pin. So if you look at the drawing, they subtly show you the difference between the two. There's the milled pin and there's the plain pin. I've owned these cars for years. I have two SX4s. I've done the brakes many times over. I did not notice that subtle difference, and I don't recall it explaining the difference in the text block when I read it sometime in the past. In all honesty, I usually just go by the drawing voice, but I never picked up that subtlety. So how do you distinguish which position it goes into? I think the easy way to do it is make sure that the milled pin is on the opposite side of the bracket. See the difference there? So I'm going to put just the basic pin next to the bracket. Otherwise the orientation, I guess, would be a bit difficult. I was going to say put it in the upper position, but that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. To make it easy, left or right, just put the basic pin on the bracket side. See the difference? You learn something every day, huh? Every day a school day. So there we go, boys. That's this side done. In all honesty, I had to reshoot this sequence because when I watched it on YouTube, I realized I had made a stupid mistake that perhaps I will keep to myself, or possibly I had the wear tab on the wrong side. Yeah, so anyway, it's all back in together, boys. The caliper looks a bit like Ben Grimm, as I was saying. It's pretty gnarly looking, but it's functional. Park brake works, and the hydraulics actuation is tight, so that's all good. Let me show you the torque specs, which are critical. Make sure you put the wear tab on the inboard side, otherwise you might feel a bit silly. Drawing doesn't specify that, and it's easily overlooked until you watch it on the video. Item 2 there, the pin bolt, guys. Item A for the torque spec, 17 foot-pounds. Pound-feet, 23 Newton meters if you prefer. And the caliper carrier bolt, item 12, is torque spec C. You can see that that's 60 Newton meters or 43 foot-pounds. Take your choice of units. Yeah, hopefully that helps somebody. Yeah, so that's it. I'll give you an update later, boys. Much later. This could, I'm not in no hurry to get this sorted. We've got a better part of a month before he actually can drive on his own, so we're good. Right, that's it. Cheers.